Up, dude?
What's up? What's up? Look
Where?
at you, man.
Look at you. Your shirt. I should have had one. Like an I don't know how you guys won, but I should have had one.
Yeah, what's up? Where's your Team Sweden jersey, bro?
Actually, I had one a long time ago. I think it got like too small or something. You know what? As you grow, so to say. But actually, my home team is playing today. Brinas.
Really?
Next player now, so you're
Well, dude.
honored. Feel
Hey,
honored.
do you want to postpone this or what?
No, I'm good. I'm good, man.
well, dude, this is
this year.
man. You're talking about hockey, right?
Yeah. I just want to see the score. Let's see, where is it? Oh, so it's 1-1 after the first period. So
Okay.
yeah, I haven't been doing too good this year. So but hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Well, dude, over the next course of, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour, just let's keep tabs. Let me know if they score a goal. What was that name of the team?
Brynas, what if you will. Bryn, well, the A with the two dots, and then S.
Darinas. Nice.
Brynas,
Well, hey,
yeah.
we are episode number 35 of
Cool,
I
man.
Ask No One, brother. And
Good job.
welcome.
You've been putting in a lot of work there. I didn't have any Jägermeister, so I poured myself some rum, some dark rum. So
There you go.
yeah.
Well, it's
Like,
10 a.m. on a Sunday morning for, here in America. And in Gävle, Sweden, it's 4 whatever?
Yeah, 4 in the afternoon.
Okay. Cheers,
Cool.
brother.
Cheers.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure, man. I always was curious when was going to be the time that my boy Johan ERIK LYSÉN is going to be joining me on the show.
I know, man. I've been waiting for the invite.
Yeah. Well, today's the day. Today is December the 5th, 2020. And at the top of every episode, I like to start off with a little fact of the day. What happened in this day in music history in December the 5th. But I think I'm going to start off with a quote. And I think when I was like, what quote am I going to go with ERIK being on the show? And I just had to go, my lifestyle determines my death style. You want to show our viewers that little thing?
See if I can show that, though. Can you see it?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah.
My lifestyle determines my death style. And that is, was that Frantic, right?
Frantic, yeah.
Yeah, Frantic off of the Saint Anger record. And this is a question that I'm just shooting out here. Shoot Me Again or Purify?
Shoot Me Again, I think so.
Okay.
Man, it's been a while since I listened to Saint Anger, actually. It's a pretty awesome album.
It is, man. It brings it right here to your face, and just the lyrics Ryan and I really connect with, especially those two songs. Those are two songs Metallica's never performed live, Shoot Me Again and Purify. I still say they should bring one of those out, as an encore song, or even, what's the one I really want to hear? Free Speech for the Dumb. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, that's also sort of in your face kind of song. Like, go straight into it, and then, yeah.
Just real loose. But that's today's quotes, and there's today in December 5th. I'm going to say best for last, but Sir Paul McCartney in 1960, he got arrested for the first time. 1960, as a young lad, he pinned a condom to a brick wall while in Germany, and he lit it on fire. I didn't know sirs could be knighted with doing something like that, but hey, cool. You ever hear of Goo Goo Dolls?
Yeah.
You have? Okay.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd ever bring up Goo Goo Dolls with you, ever. But their lead singer, Johnny Rzeznik, turns 55. Goo Goo Dolls are from Buffalo, New York. And in fact, yeah, I was 19 when I took care of them as a busboy at Tempo Restaurant right down the street here. And I was just like, oh my God, so nervous, man. And I was cracking open their sparkling water, and the top went underneath the table. And then Rzeznik was just like, oh, don't worry about that. We'll get that, man. And just
that's
completely, cool. Yeah. and it was sparkling water. He wanted a little lime in it, a little lime peel. But today, December the 5th, I feel like when I think of days of the year and concerts I've been to, December the 5th is, of course, night one of the best week of my life. I get asked all the time, what's your favorite concert you ever been to, over the years? And
Yeah.
it is Metallica's 30th anniversary. Over the course of 1 week, they played 4 nights, brought in all their friends and family, and just rocked that shit at the Fillmore in their hometown. There you go. Yeah, you got that the week of, right?
Yeah, like in between. We had a day off between 1 and 2, or 2 or 3. I can't remember which one it was. Like the one we had a day off.
Sure.
Shows.
Yeah, it was December the 5th, and then they played December the 7th.
Right, so it must have been the second, like the first night between where we did that. So, I mean, yeah, we saw that on the backdrop, and a friend of mine took a picture of it, and we just Googled, or what is it? Do you get that thing, that site where you can find things like help or something like that? Not help, it's like something else. Whatever it is.
Groupon or
no, it's like a search thing where you can find like good services, whatever you want.
Google?
So, well, no. I mean, it said Google, if it was Google, obviously. But whatever. We found it to 2 artists, and then I thought, well, let's try this out, and just went there and did it. But then afterwards, sort of realized that like the picture was taken from the side, so the X's turned out crooked. You know what I mean? Because of the angle of the camera.
Oh.
So there's actually a big crook. But I'm not supposed to say that though, because you won't see it unless I say it. So.
Okay. But, hey, it looks perfect to me, baby.
Yeah. Cheers, Mud.
And that's where our friendship started. I think it was that week. Just to bring our viewers up to snuff about that show, man. It was invite only. Ryan and I won the 4-pack of tickets, priced at $19.81. The year they came out, the year James and Lars met each other, and we flew out there, man, and stayed in this real piece of shit hostel. No sleep. We showed up in line sometimes the night before, 17 hours in advance, and that's a lot of time to spend with.
Oh, was it that early? Because you guys weren't the first ones in line, right?
For the first night, we were not, and neither for the second night. But I think it was either the third we were close to the front, and then fourth we literally went right into line for the 4th night after night 3.
Yeah, so did I. So we both did.
Okay.
So,
you were there too. All right.
Yeah, that was crazy. But I remember flying in, and we got there like 1 day before, like 2 days before. So, there's a bit of jet lag coming from Europe to the, especially San Francisco. It's 9 hours difference. So, I mean, for you it's 3, right, or something.
Yeah,
for me,
3 hours.
For us, it's 9 hours. So it takes its toll. But I remember, like, I'm gonna be really early in line, because I've been to a bunch of shows, so I was like, I'm gonna be there early. And early for me, that the first night I thought it was like 5 a.m, but I was late, man. I was like number 10 in line or something, or 5, 6, 7. I don't know. I can't remember what number I had, but I was like, shit, am I late? Did I get it late? This is like the earliest hour I've been in line, So I learned from that, and then the next night I was there like 2 or 3 in the morning. I still wasn't the first one, so I realized, well, being here like number 5 or whatever it was, that's good enough.
You've been to how many Metallica concerts, Eric? I know it's over 150.
It's 180.
180 times seen Metallica, bro. So
it turned out pretty good. Like the 180 show, was the second S&M show, the one where we had dinner before. So that was my 180. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna get to that. That was a beautiful time, man. Just the Fillmore was so special.
Dude, I need to take one of these though.
Yeah. Let's do it, dude.
The thing is, like, I thought about sending you a box of these, but I forgot, and then I realized this week, and I was like, it's never gonna get there. Not with the COVID and all that kind of stuff. So there you go.
All good. Hey, man, I made a run to 7-Eleven just about a half hour ago, and I felt like such a punk, walking up to the 18-year-old register boy, like, hey, could I have one of those? I was like, hey, do you have a Swedish Snus or something? So I got one of these guys.
Camel. Well, it says snus. It actually did. I haven't seen that before. I never seen that before because we only have like these boxes, the round ones. So
The only time I've ever had Swedish Snus is with this asshole right here. And I remember being in some club in Las Vegas, you know, maybe 2015 or maybe a few years
is that the
before.
first time you tried it?
That was the first time. I've never tried, you know, any of that stuff. But with you, it's just, you know, it's so exciting to see you. You're just like, hey, do you want to be Swedish? And I'm like, no, I'll pass. Maybe got me a few beers later. You're like, hey, man, you're just kind of like flashing it to me.
Yeah,
you know, you want to be Swedish. And I was like, okay. So I tried it. I had just got off the stage playing, and I was just already high. And when I had that, I remember I was standing up, and I just had to sit down. So, yeah, man, I've never had this without you. And here we go. We're going up top, right?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, up top. Right. Just spit it out when it gets to heaven for you.
Yeah, it was pass out. Just I don't know, banging your lens or something.
It's kind of funny because that line has been working pretty good. Like, don't you want to be Swedish? You know, when you had a couple of beers, do you want to try being a Swede? You want to be a Swedish guy? You know, like, yeah, sure. Try this, and then works like, I don't know, 9 out of the 10 times I tried. So
I was one of those, dude. I was one of your victims. You got me there. You got me there, bro. But
now it's
I like to show off some souvenirs from the Fillmore shows, man. I mean, today is December the 5th. Greatest night of my life in a live concert. Metallica bringing out all sorts of guests and so on. I keep a special black bag for everything that I have here. But what kicked off that whole thing was Apocalyptica. Apocalyptica, they cover Metallica songs on cellos. But this was actually right before them. Lars threw me this. I mean,
cool.
Here I was in the first, like, you know, few minutes, and Lars has already thrown me a souvenir. But this is a SP drumstick thrown from, you know, that band that was out of New Orleans. They came out, the Rebel Brass Band. So this is on the stage, and Lars just kind of like threw this out. Dude!
This is one of the cool things that I got from that show that I just found in the basement. They were throwing these out, so I was like, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's a cool memory. It's not, I mean, it's worth something to me, I guess, but other than that, I don't, you know.
Badass, dude.
Yeah.
I like that. And I'm just going to turn this guy inside out, just a set list. As you can tell, this is dated San Francisco, December the 5th. Scored?
Yeah.
Nice. December the 5th, but this is Apocalyptica's set list. And I remember I looked up and down the line, and I was the most stoked for Apocalyptica, man. I was like, you know, I had my hair down to my shoulders, and that's when their techie came out, and they gave this right to me. But we're on the Bell Tolls, Puppets, Fight Fire.
I remember back in the days, like in the early days, like pretty early days of the internet anyways, we downloaded MP3s. Yeah. And I found Apocalyptica's version of Unforgiven, and that totally blew me away. So I got their first album, which is Metallica by 4 Cellos.
Yes.
I think that's their first album, and that's solid, super cool. So I listened to that a lot. So I was excited for them being there as well. I think that was actually the first time I saw them live, actually. So
same here. Very cool. Actually, was it the first one? Nope. It was 2010. They were opening for Rammstein in Quebec City. That was the first time I saw them, which was dope. Dude. Shit, man. So this is night one stuff. It was all green themed. And I got the ticket there and a pick. But my most favorite pick I've ever caught in my life ever was that night. And the one, the only, I get the chills, Jason Newsted came out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Newsted, he performed 2 songs each of the 4 nights with his old band. He was at the band from 86 to 2000, 14 years. And he came out reunited with the band, of course, a few years prior. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, first time ballot, 2009. But this was the exact guitar pick that Jason used when he came out to the stage for Harvester of Sorrow and
cool.
Damage Incorporated.
Voivod, right.
Yes, and he would later sign this for me in 2016 in Mill Valley. You know, and he said this is a rare pick. He only had made, like, there were 7 of them or 10 of them that he made.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
he threw it out after that, and I got it. It was just right here, and there's a guy to my left, a real tall dude from San Jose, funny old guy. I forget his name, but he was
bad with names. I think I know who you mean. Like the tall guy who talks a lot. Is that?
Oh, yeah, yeah, it talks a lot, long face.
Yeah. I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
he was pissed. Like, he's like, where the fuck that go? You know what? And I was like, oh, I don't know. Someone must have got it. He's like,
Dude, if you snooze, you lose. That's how it works. So.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. Shoot. My goalie reflexes, playing hockey does help with catching all these souvenirs.
Were you a goalie?
No, I was a winger, actually, winger and center.
Right.
And then Ryan was defense, and sometimes we'd have our Jofa helmets. We'd call them the penis helmets because they kind of look like it. I never knew why we wore the Mario Lemieux Jofa helmets when we played. But we'd meet someone in the corner, and it's just like double trouble. Bash Brothers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got more shit here, and
yeah, I found a bunch. Like I was looking through the basement for stuff, and it's such a mess down there. But I found like a bunch of those coins. I didn't bring them up though, but I think I have all the colors and the sizes and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, you did?
Where they had the balloons, which was pretty crazy. No one knew. They were like, okay, so they're the balloons, but then you realize there's something in them. So
Yeah, they did come in the balloons.
Yeah.
This is the green one from night one that I have, but each night had its own color. Here's the silver one, and these are all the picks, man. That it was literally after night 3 that you and me got into right in the line, with some of us, and I think it was Justin Crew came by, 2 a.m. whatever, and he just kind of splashed us with a bunch of picks.
Right.
And, I remember Jason leaving. There was only one entrance in and out of the Fillmore besides that Korean restaurant back there.
Like wasn't that like in front of our line, like the queue? Wasn't that like the entrance just right before that, and then you have to pass that before the official entrance or something? Wasn't it right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Jason was leaving that night, and I was so worn out from the week, waiting in line under blankets, 30-degree weather, SF weather in December, and I was just like, Jason, and just went back to sleep or whatever like that. But the most special, I got the yellow here with the balloon,
yeah,
a little balloon there. But the most special night, night 1, that's where it all started. But night 4 is something else. I actually have to go grab something in my bedroom I totally forgot to bring. But here's night 4, and okay. I'm just seeing this stuff for the first time in a while.
No.
And when I got my ticket, I had this note that said congratulations and this will call ticket.
Right.
Yeah. And this is it right here, man.
Yeah.
I should screenshot and just post this. But hey, Clubber, we'd like to invite you to participate in tonight's show. That's right. You could be Lars Ulrich. That's right.
That's right.
You could be on stage in front of your fellow clubbers, blah, blah, blah. So I was up on stage before Metallica came out, and it was a Name That Riff competition. And before each and every night, they'd have their friends with their bands playing, whether it was, did Anthrax play or Death Angel? And
Death Angel play, yeah.
Last
there were so many guests at those shows, so you sort of you get confused with who actually played separate from the band or played with the band. And most of the bands played with the band as well, right? Didn't they? At least Apocalyptica did. Whatever.
Yes. Like No Leaf Clover and One for the first one. And dude, when they were playing One with Apocalyptica, bro.
You remember that took forever before they actually got working with the sound and everything? I'm not sure what they did.
Yeah,
did they have to retune or something? They didn't work with the sound, and it took felt like for ages, I don't know, 20 minutes. Is that correct?
Yeah, plus, dude, I remember James just standing there, just like, all right, guys, hurry the fuck up, or else we're just gonna start.
Yeah.
I remember when he dropped the F-bomb, he was just, he was fun about it, but he meant it. And they did the cello with One, and then during the Darkness of Prison to Me part, when Lars he walked out, I get the chills. He walked onto the stage for and I just remember being like, the electronics just came at, man. It was just huge. But I did get my most valuable souvenir ever from a show, and I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
Yep.
But when I went up on stage, I was in the Name That Riff competition. I'll be right back, and you're gonna see my Grinch pajama pants that I'm wearing right now.
Very cool. Very cool.
Be right back.
Yeah. Inte hitta du den där, va? Nej. Ja, jag kanske ska göra det. Se om jag öppnar boxen också eller inte.
All right, my man. This.
Oh, yeah.
This is a Metallica toaster that the band signed. I won that Name That Riff competition. I faced off.
And it feels like that's partly mine, I would say.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
One part of it. I don't know, a fifth or something.
You talk about the Unforgiven. It was that song where I'm up there on stage, and I'm on stage at the Fillmore looking at all these fans and their family up there in the balcony. And Jim Brewer, you know, he has that next song get put on, and I'm just like, I couldn't even think. I was just like, oh my God. And it was muffled too a little bit, but I looked right at you. I saw your pretty face right down there, and I'm just like, yo, help me out, man. And you're like, the
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, what? You're like, I'm like, I hit the button and like, the Unforgiven. Yeah, man, that's it. So,
yeah, man. Yeah.
And I got it. But the winning song, and I've never listened to the song the same before, was Damage Incorporated. And you were right there. And I've never once put toast in here. It burns the Metallica M into the toast.
All right. That's pretty cool.
You know? And my friends have always joked, like, what if you were to come home and you see crumbs all over this and it's plugged in, you know, someone. But Metallica signed this, dude, and Jason right in the middle, he signed it in 2016.
Oh, very cool.
And
that's
Kirk,
cool.
Put your hands here, kid. Just judging by the hand,
Yeah.
I think that's Kirk. But
Right.
This is my holy grail, brother. And you know, December 5th, the whole week. I was just, I gotta get your signature on this. That's what I gotta do, dude.
Yeah.
You deserve this.
You don't want to ruin it.
Dude, you know, you borrow it for like 10 years. Maybe when me and Ryan come and crash your pad, I'll bring this, and you know, you'll keep it for a little bit. So
yeah, maybe.
Awesome toaster. Amazing time that week. Other moments.
Sorry.
What was that? Go ahead.
Yeah, like on the subject of like cool stuff, I was looking for something specific downstairs, and like I see when you brought up your stuff, it's so organized. You got like the plastic bag for each night and all that kind of stuff. Like even the picks, like the good one that's been played with, I just put them somewhere and I forget about it. So a friend of mine, he has like this plastic thing where he has small pockets perfectly. So he puts them in there and with a note, so he know what song, what year, whatever, James, whoever threw it, and he put it in there, so you always know that like where he got it. Whereas I just, you know, oh, it's cool, I'll put it here, and then I'll, you know, move wherever, and I put it somewhere else, and then I can't find it. So I mean, that's bad on my behalf, I guess. But I was looking for something very specific. It might get into this later on as well. But I was looking for a flashlight, like very specific ones, and
flashlight.
They can't be found anywhere. Obviously, I can't find it either in my basement. It's somewhere down there in a box or something. I'll find it later on. And it has like one side is like white and one side is red, and it says Metallica on it. And I had a thing to put it in as well. And those were only given to like people who worked for the band during Death Magnetic, during that tour.
Cool, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, like that's one of those things that could be worth a bunch. Probably isn't, because no one's looking for them. But like they were just a limited amount made and only given to the crew. And I think I have two of those actually somewhere. I can't find them. And that's one of I found a bunch of things downstairs. Like I have posters, I have a bunch of set lists, a bunch of pics, and you know, these box sets with all kinds of things. And I was like, well, they're all cool. I got signed vinyls, but I was like, I want to show something that's like sort of, you know, something else that no one really knows about, but it's still there. I couldn't find it though. But like for our next I Ask No One, I'll bring it.
Okay. Cool. I look forward to that, man. We'll do that. We'll do that in 2021. And I'll right there. I'll cheers to that, bro.
Yeah.
This is so cool. And how do you say cheers in Swedish?
Skål.
That's right. Skål.
Skål. Did I tell you the story about that?
No.
I'm not sure if it's true or anything, but it's a good story. So Sweden and Vikings, right? We used to have some, kick-ass Vikings back in the days.
I'm talking to one of them right now. Yeah.
There you go. And back then they drank mead, right? Didn't drink beer because they drank mead, and they drank them out of human skulls, obviously. So each time, they would go for shares, they went skull, and they turned into Skål, and that's where the shares came from. Supposedly, it's a cool story. I'm not sure if it's true. Probably, I don't know. I like to tell it anyways. It's real cool.
I love that, man. Next time I cheers someone, after COVID opens up at a bar, I'm just, hey, Skål.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh, all right. Thanks for the lesson, man. That's cool. I know I got a set list from night 3. There you go. But just to finish off on Fillmore, I held this up at night 4. And I was right, we were right front, right there with you, dude. You were kind enough to let Ryan in right by you, and Ryan still brings us up how, you guys Ryan pissed off a few people there. But hey.
Well, mostly one guy, I think the guy next to him, but they were playing out space. Like, you could always squeeze someone in there. Like, it was pretty, roomy-ish, you know what I mean?
And you told Ryan, if he touches you, he's dead or something. If he touches you, I'm going to get him or something like that. You said it real calmly, adrenaline's going when you get to that rail and you're fighting for your place because, all those hours waiting. But it was mid-set, and it was in between songs, and James is just standing there, with his arms crossed, just looking down at the fans, just scanning left to right. And when he hit me, I just went like this, and he read it. It took him like a second. He looked me right in the eyes, and he gave me a nod. And that's all I needed to see. And at the end of the show, he comes right up with his pick hand, takes it up, gives it right to me. He usually takes the wristbands, throws them out, whatever. But gave the right one to me, gave the left one to Ryan. And for night 4, Ozzy came out, Dave Mustaine came out and played Kill 'Em All songs. First time that we had crowd surfers the whole entire week was during Dave Mustaine. And that was, Jump in the Fire and Meta Militia, and there's one other one. But this is James's wristband, and I don't take this out too often, man. So this is, I got a hair here. Maybe it's his. I don't know.
Put it back. Yeah.
I'm going to put the hair right back.
Like one day where
bro.
One day where when you can do clones and stuff like that, you just bring that DNA and you clone them back. Bring it into your band or something.
That's right, man. That's right.
That's right.
Boom. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll hold on to this for you, Eric, and maybe next time I'll get a lock of your luscious blonde hair. How long is your hair these days?
Dude, it's not long at all anymore. See? It's not what it used to be. It's pretty short, so I kind of like it short. To be honest, man, it's nice. You don't have to if you had long hair before, right?
Yeah.
And it's like taking care of a dog or something. You have to use good products and stuff like that to have look good and feel good. And I always had it up in this kind of thing, so it didn't really make any sense for me to keep it anyways. So it's
a
pretty
lot
nice.
Of maintenance.
Yeah, it is, and it's a lot. It's pretty nice not having that anymore, to be honest.
Right.
But,
yeah, I mean, because of COVID. I went out for a run today. The salons are not open.
I did this morning?
Yeah, in the snow, man. I was just, I like
you guys have snow already?
Sure. Yeah. How about you?
We had some the other day. Today is pretty mild outside. It's, I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but, +4 degrees Celsius, which is pretty mild to be here in this time of year. So I don't mind that. Yeah, I was actually out on a run as well this morning. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You look great, man. And man, judging by some of those pictures I've seen, you've been working out, right? You got a little jawline going on these days. How is?
Maybe I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was thinking, like one there's not been a lot of positive things with the COVID kind of thing going on,
Sure.
but one of the good things for me at least is like I've been able to, like, since I haven't been able to travel or anything, which sort of, well, it sucks. It do suck. I mean, I was supposed to go to Australia, and I was supposed to go to South America, and you know what happened? Like,
Yeah,
it
for
got
Metallica,
canceled.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that all got canceled. I mean, by now, if everything had been like normal and gone as planned, I would have there you go. I would have been above 200 shows for sure, man. So
Brother.
yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. So the good thing, the only positive thing as I see is I don't have anything else to do rather than, you know, work out. Like, go to my job and then work out. That's what I've been doing like the last, I don't know. My schedule is like at least once a day, and sometimes when I add something else, like I can do some kind of workout, and then I'll go and play. Have you ever played paddle tennis? Paddle?
Paddle tennis.
Yeah, it's pretty big in Europe. It's big in Spain. Yeah, it's getting like, it's like a mix of tennis and sort of squash. If you ever know what that is,
Okay.
like in the
Yeah,
big
sure.
glass kind of thing.
Oh,
So
is
it's a
it
mix
against
of
the
that.
wall?
It's actually, you can use the glass wall behind you, but you have like this tennis net in between, and you have different kind of rackets. So it's a lot of fun. It's like crazy fun, and it's easy. Everyone can do it. So I've been doing that as well. So like, I do that like once a week as well. So that's sort of like an extra workout. So I mean, last week I had like 10 workouts. This week will end up at 9. It's a bit. I mean, I should have a day off, I think, but you know, what else are you supposed to do? Like, this whole situation is getting me like, it's pissing me off a bit. Like, but still, you have to do what you can, right? And the only thing that keeping me sane is, you know, blowing off some steam at the gym, or, you know, doing CrossFit, whatever. I go to spinning classes as well. I do fucking, you know, I do yoga. I've done that like once a week the last whole year, you know, more or less. So
Good for you, man. That's
yeah,
awesome. What
yeah,
better way to keep busy than in the gym and you know, spinning, cutting calories, going off for a jog.
yeah,
That's my happy place, my namaste is just to get out there. But
yeah.
what else have you been filling your time with, you know, with COVID and you and Paula, you guys cooking up some cool things for dinner? You have a doggy Daisy too. How's Daisy
Yeah.
doing?
She's good, man. She's a lot of fun. I guess she's glad that we're home and not, you know, traveling all the time. Like for you know, the U.S. indoor tour, we were home for like a few weeks, then we went away for a few weeks, and then we got home all back and forth. So I think she's pretty happy with that, at least. No, and we got 2 snakes as well. Not
You
that
have
I
two
really care
snakes.
about.
How metal of
Yeah,
you, dude. What are your snakes' names?
the names are a bit stupid. It's like Swedish. It's Gul Nisse is one of the snakes, which means yellow. I don't know. Nisse is more like a name, or like it could also be like a Santa's little helper kind of thing. So it's yellow. I don't know, whatever. And the
Okay.
other one is called Pytte, which sort of means tiny, sort of, because the one snake is a bit tinier than the other one. But yeah, you know, I don't. It's not my snakes anymore. I don't really I don't really like them too much. The different ones, I don't know. They're
Paula
fine.
takes care of them. Your
Yeah,
girlfriend.
she fed them with rats yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, that is
like,
so metal.
yeah,
That's
it
awesome.
is pretty cool. Yeah, but
You
yeah,
got
like we, I mean, I like cooking as well. Not thinking of cooking snakes or anything, but you know, I like cooking. And actually, like the other week, I was like, you know, I don't really I don't really like the everyday cooking, you know, because you get home from work, whatever, you're tired, and you go like, what are we supposed to do today? You know, look in the fridge, like whatever, and that kind of stuff I don't like, because it's like you only want to feed yourself to be full, and then, you know, whatever. So the other week I actually made a 3-course dinner for us.
look at
Uh,
you.
yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It was tough. I gotta tell you, man. I gotta be honest. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. Like, I had things like the kitchen was a mess, but it turned out good. Honestly, it was good. And then the other week, like it was last weekend or whatever it was, she made me a 3-course dinner. So it's pretty cool. Like
That's
I
cute.
like cooking, but you know.
Are we talking Swedish meatballs or what's going on?
Actually, no. What was it? Paula made some pretty good meat. Like now I can't remember what's called in Swedish either. But I made some. Well, I wouldn't call them Swedish meatballs though. But I made some. I might need to translate this. Like I had. Well, lately I've been eating, like this year I've been eating vegetarian food a lot. Like almost this whole year. But now, like the last few weeks, I've been starting eating meat again. But I've been like full on vegetarian like for almost a whole year. And
Really?
it's good, man. I mean, like and it's easy now because you have all those meat substitutes kind of things, right? You like chicken, you buy this instead, and it tastes almost the same. So I bought some grounded vegetarian meat, and I made these. I'm not sure what the English word is, with some herbs and spices and some other things in there, together with. I mean, I don't know these words. Like,
That's all right.
it's hard to explain. Like some technical details when it comes to like things. It's hard to explain in English. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I mean, like some I made some potato kind of thing in the oven, stuff like that. I made a chocolate dessert after, and before I made I think it was like a toast with some mushroom, like a mushroom you can pick in the woods here. Like a thing, mash, whatever, and it was fucking delish, to be honest. And she thought so as well, which is pretty good. So yeah, man, I like cooking, but I'm not sure if I'm the best chef in the world. Probably not, but it's fun when you do something out of the ordinary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's great. It keeps it is fun. It is fun. Like when we come and visit, I can't wait for my ERIK LYSÉN, my Johan ERIK LYSÉN 3-course meal, and even Paula can maybe make us something.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That's so cool. Dude, I have so many memories of you. Some that just come right at me, just the funny ones, is in Vegas. You were staying at Planet Hollywood once, and Vegas is open container. And of course, when in Vegas, go hard or go home. So I'm double fisting 2 tall Budweiser cans that I got at the first floor of our hotel. And I took an Uber over to Planet Hollywood. And what I had to do, I wasn't allowed to bring it into the pool section. So the guy basically told me, you got to finish your beers to go into the pool area. So I got to the top level of Planet Hollywood. I got these pretty full, tall beers. I was so excited to see you. I didn't want to wait any longer. So what I did was I didn't chug each of them, but I put them down pretty quick. So if you remember the way I looked, maybe when I saw you and, oh, please forgive me. Is it Marcus?
Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
Marcus.
Yeah.
Say what's up to Marcus, man.
Will do, man.
You had long hair. You're pale as shit, of course, coming from Sweden. And
Obviously.
yeah, but I was just like, feeling great when I saw you at Planet Hollywood. And then, of course, just around the world, man, seeing you. It's just been great. What was that holy shit moment when you got into Metallica? What was that moment like? Was it a song on the radio, or I'm just going to bring it back to Metallica just for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah, for sure. I think like the Black Album itself. So most of my like music, influence, so to speak, like comes from my brother from the beginning. He listens to a lot of stuff like metal as well, but he also listens to some Henrik.
Henrik.
Yeah, like Henrik Lundqvist. Talking.
Henrik Sedin, right?
Oh yeah, obviously Henrik Sedin.
There you go.
Of course.
Also a twin.
Yeah. Henrik and Daniel. So he like he bought a lot of music, like even hip hop stuff and all kinds of stuff, and he bought the Black Album like in, was it like late 91 or 92, and back then I was like, I don't know, seven or 8, and he played that, and I sort of stole that album from him. So that's when I started to listen to Metallica. Like I started to listen to it, and I thought it was pretty cool music because I never heard anything like that before. And I mean, like Metallica's they've done more heavier, faster music than that, obviously. And then I got a Load for Christmas, and that was on in my CD player the whole time, every morning I just turned that on.
What year was that, Erik? When did you get load?
Well,
how old were you roughly?
Could have been like Christmas '96. That made me how old am I then? I went to
so it was the year it came out that you got
10,
it, right?
probably 10 or 11, something like that.
Oh wow, all right.
Yeah, so that was on all the time. And I remember I wanted Reload for like the next Christmas or the year after that, whatever it was when it got released, 97, whatever. Yeah. So, and my brother got that instead, and I was like pissed off because he got it and I didn't get it for Christmas. So obviously I stole that from him as well. And then from that I started working my back like years back in the catalog. So I got Match of Puppets, Justice for All, and then I think my brother bought Kill 'Em All, so I stole that obviously as well. So I listened to that, and that's like Kill 'Em All is like one Metallica, right? And then you got the later ones, and I was like, whoa, is this Metallica, And then, after I saw them the first time, that was in '99, where I got to see them with Jason in Stockholm. Yeah, 28th of May, '99. I won't forget that date because that was amazing. We probably had like the worst like spots, like those nosebleeds kind of things.
Yeah.
More or less. And I didn't care. I just want to be there and be there, and feeling we're like, I don't know, 5-6 guys that had those seats, and we're just rocking, headbanging the whole show. And then after the show, I was like, fuck, man, I want to go to Norway. I think it was Helsinki in Finland. I want to go to Helsinki, but I mean, obviously I was too young back then to travel, So like after that, I was like, every chance I get, sort of, I'm gonna go and see Metallica. But then they had their thing, and my next show was in 2003 in Roskilde. And that's actually my first meet and greet with the band, which is also crazy.
Roskilde in Denmark?
Yeah, outside of Copenhagen. So yeah. So I went to that whole festival, and then slowly after that I started touring. In 2004 I did like 4 shows or something, then it just escalated. And then I started doing like whole legs. I ended up working for the club a bit, so that's a pretty cool thing to have done. Working for the Metallica fan club, and I actually brought these because I think you asked about passes before, and I can have these kind of things. Obviously, this was one of the passes I had for the World Magnetic Tour there.
Oh, sweet.
That's my number. Like,
wow.
I got this late, so normally you'd have your picture in the what do you call it, cast?
At the face?
Yeah, they'll take a picture of it, put you there. But they've done that. I got this a couple of shows into the tour, so I didn't get that. So I got the skeleton instead. But this was my pass that I had. Then what's this? I'm not sure what that is. I can't remember. September 8th. That's also like I'm talking. Oh, this is the next kind of pass. I think on the next. I mean that tour went on forever. Got the big 4 pass there.
Cool.
What's this? Yeah, there we got some. The Sonosphere pass, all access.
Wow.
Here I have some. I don't know. This is also like festivals where they played.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool because, as I told you before, this thing, my memory's gone so bad. So it's pretty cool to look back at these and remember where I got them. So it's pretty cool. Warsaw, Morley Park. That's
Dublin.
Yeah. And that's another Sonosphere AAA kind of pass. So it's pretty cool. I actually managed to I stumbled upon these when I was going through my stuff down there. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool to bring up, I guess.
That is so cool. And I want to know more about that real quick, brother. Did Lars come up to you after a show and was like, hey, you want to come aboard and help out? Is that something you hit up editor-in-chief about, Stefan Tarazi, and how was that experience? Were you a cameraman too? Like, that's so cool. I
mean, actually, I had this, I wouldn't call it a plan, but I had this, I really wanted to sort of, how cool would it have been if you could make that into a career and actually travel the world with the band and actually get paid? I didn't get that though. I was only like a helper, but I was like, this would be so cool to do, travel the world and do this. So I really wanted to try it out. And I mean, like Metallica has a lot of guys working around the band, right? And back in the days, the Swedish guy called Niklas Svanlund, I'm not sure if you remember that guy, but he was like their photographer, sort of like the web kind of guy.
Oh, with the
Who,
weird last name, and he was credited at the end of the videos.
yeah, Svanlund. So, and he created Met on Tour. That was like his project. He created that, and they were really early with that kind of stuff, like having a touring website with the posted pictures and videos, and that was before you had all these social media kind of things, right?
Yeah.
So Met on Tour blew up, and it was awesome. So I was always so jealous on that guy. I was like, oh man, I really would like to do that as well. I should try something like that out. And basically, I just got in touch with this guy who works for the band. Cool dude. And I didn't ask for anything. Just hung out a bit and hey, what's up? And then I met him at the other show and what's up? I'm from Sweden, And then he asked me like, hey man, you're going to all the shows. Do you want to help out? And I remember I got that question. I was doing like the first couple of shows in Europe for Death Magnetic on the World Magnetic Tour. And this was in the UK. So I'd been in Nottingham, I was about, back then when I was touring, I was like, most of the time I was pretty much broke. So, I stayed
You're
at
paying for your own travel,
Yeah,
while you're
always. So, staying at like cheap hostels, or I was sleeping on the floor at a friend's place, whatever I can find just to save some cash. Just because if I can save a small amount here and there, I can add a show, you know what I mean? So by saving some small money here and there, I'll, go to multiple shows.
right.
So I can't remember where this was. I mean, you can probably look it up. It was somewhere in the UK, and I was starting to get a cold because I had slept on someone's floor and it was cold the whole night or something. And we got to the venue, and it was, I mean, this is probably in February, and it's pretty damn cold in the UK as well, even though it's not as cold as here most of the times. And I was out there, and I was like, man, I'm not really feeling up for this. Obviously, once I get in there, I'll make it happen. I'll be on the rail, I'll do my thing. But I was not really feeling it. And then I got a text or an email, or probably a text because this was a while back, from this guy. And he's like, hey man, do you want to help out with this show? I don't have any helpers. And I was like, fucking, I'll do it for sure, man. It's a cool thing. I mean, like,
what kind of help?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's fucking awesome. So he brought me backstage for the first time, and that was, I mean, that itself is pretty crazy because you go like, it's weird, right? You feel out of place. I mean, like, I wasn't used to being backstage, being allowed to be there or anything. So I just walked around. I remember one of the security guys said like, "Hey, who are you with?" And I was like, sort of stumbling in Swedish English kind of thing. Oh, well, I'm with the club, because it was the first time. I was like, what am I supposed to say? Who am I with? I almost fucking don't know, So yeah, so I was doing that, and then I didn't know what to do really. Like, so they wanted help with the meet and greet. And that's pretty cool because it's close to the band, and that's also sort of surreal. I mean, I had my own meet and greet, right? But then, like, being at a meet and greet, not being the one who's being meet and greeted, it's sort of weird. So I got there and I didn't know what to do. So Rob came in first, and he did his thing, and I just stood there and looked. And then I realized, well, I need to do something, right, for the next guy. I think it was Kirk. Even Rob came up to me and did like a fist bump or something. I don't know. And then Kirk came in, and I was like, all right, I need to do something. And then I like sort of helped grabbing the cameras and helping out and taking the camera from this one guy and give it to the guy who takes the photos. And I did that also a few times later on. But for the first time, I was just learning what to do. Like, I can't just be standing around there because that's just weird. So I started learning and doing stuff and helping out, and then I got asked to do like, I think it was the whole next to the leg actually. It's like, do you want to, do this for the next show? Or I got a text or something. Do you want to help out? Do you want to help out? I was like, sure. So I started doing that, and it was good. I mean, like, it was a lot of fun. Like, I remember the one time in wherever it was in the UK somewhere. And I was just waiting there. I got my camera because they were shooting the whole show. They filmed like every show. So I had, it was like, well, I need you to be up on the stage, like not on the stage, like on the like the seats in the chair somewhere. film this. I'm like, fine. And I stood there with my camera just waiting. And the band comes in and they start doing the huddle kind of thing, you know? And I was like, oh shit. I'm not supposed to be here, man. I'm not supposed. So I went to the guy, like, I gotta leave. Because I didn't want to be in the way. Didn't want to fuck anything up. So I was like, I'm leaving. I'm going up there. I'm not gonna be here, you know? So that was like the first time, and I got so, you know, intimidated of the band coming in. Like they're like normal, just losing up and talking. You know, Lars is doing his thing, and they're all doing. Then I started to do that, and I was like, I'm not gonna. I don't want them to question me to be there. So I take my I'll do it safely and just leave before they ask who I am or anything.
You didn't go into the huddle and just like, hey guys, are we gonna do this?
Yeah, stick up my camera, taking the picture from underneath, you know. No, so that was crazy. Yeah, and then I ended up doing that kind of thing for, I think it was almost like 2 years or something. And there are some pretty cool memories from that. I mean, like it was a lot of fun. I liked like the interaction with the fans, like when waiting for the band members and doing the meet and greets. It's pretty cool, like because you're just hanging around, so you might as well stand there and talk to the fans and like ask them for their story and what they're like, you know. Whatever, you know. So it's pretty cool just to do that and make them feel comfortable, and because obviously you're nervous as shit, right? Like the first time you go to a meet and greet and meet your heroes, you know, it's kind of like you don't know what to say, right? Even I had like meet and greet, even 2 meet and greets, and most of the times I go like, fuck, I should have said this, I should have said that, but you know,
you just let it. You just go with the flow, speak with your heart. That's exactly what I did at the Big Four in India when I first. My very first time in Southern California, I wanted a meet and greet there, and they taped my entire conversation with Hetfield and they posted it. And I remember Ryan screaming, acknowledging, like, dude, you know, met on tour when I met on tour. And I don't remember hugging him. I was completely out of my mind, just hungover from the night before, pale as shit, April, you know, amazing. When you met the band for the first time, though, do you remember what you said or what you didn't say?
So I didn't think it was real, actually. Like I got the email saying you won. I was like, did I though? And I remember the day of the show, I was there and I was looking for the meetup spot, and it was off, and I asked people, and they sent me the wrong way. Back then, this guy Nicholas worked for the band, so actually the guy who picked us up was the Swedish guy. So I told him that they said that, you know, they said me to go that way, but that we're supposed to be here. And I remember, like, I was at a festival, right, and I was there for the whole festival. So I mean, being at a festival and sleeping in a tent and all that kind of stuff, the first thing you do in the morning is fucking, you know, take a sip of this or a bunch of sips of this, I guess. And so I probably had a few. I wasn't drunk, but you know, I was a bit loose, so to speak. But I went there without a shirt because I had, let's see. Yeah, so I had this tattoo made for the first time, like the yin and yang kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. Oh, it's badass. Fuck yeah, man.
So I wanted to show that, and I got the Black Album snake here, and one of the scary guys kind of thing here, or if there might be the other way around, whatever. And I wanted to show that, so I went there without a shirt, and the guy there said, "Dude, you need a shirt." I was like, "All right." So I went and bought a shirt, like a St. Andrew one, just to have something on. But I still didn't like believe that it was true. Got in the backstage behind. I mean, in Roskilde, the stage is pretty cool as it is, you know. Being back there, and I just stood there and wait, and I see James. I think actually James was the first one in.
This was Roskilde 2008? 2003, okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. All right.
So he had the security guard Geo back then. I'm not sure if you remember that name.
Geo.
No, it was like he worked also back in days. I think he stopped working with the band pretty much at the same time as Nicholas did or something. Whatever. And he walks in, he's all happy and all that kind of stuff. I mean, like, this is when he, you know, he's gotten out of rehab for the first time, and I mean, like, being on tour for pretty much the first time as well, doing like the world kind of tour thing. So right. He was super happy with that, and I remember talking with him a bit. Like, I can't remember what I said really. I just I wanted to take a picture. Like when I took the picture, I wanted him to be on my right side so I can show off my tattoo.
Oh yeah.
Man, I actually have that picture signed somewhere. I should have shown it now. I didn't think that we would talk about this. I should have shown that picture because I signed it later on, and yeah, it's pretty fun. And I said something about, you know, Danish people, like the Danish language sounds like speaking language, but having like oatmeal in your mouth, it sounds like that. Like I can read Danish pretty good, but I can't understand what they're saying when they talk. So I told him that, and we talked about, I don't know. Well, I can't remember really if it wasn't anything personal or anything. So I mean, like I remember asking Rob, like, would he ever do like his own kind of would he ever do like Anesthesia, like the Cliff Burton solo? Would he ever do that live? And he said, no, man, I want to do my own kind of thing. And he did that for a long time, but just recently, he started doing like the Anesthesia and that. Yeah, it sounds like when he does it, it sounds really freaking cool, man.
Yes.
So that's amazing. I can't remember what I told Kirk. I talked to Lars about, like, back then, Lars looked like, I can't remember if he was blonde or something. No, he had the goatee anyways.
Yeah, that big baseball player goatee that he had.
Yeah. So he wasn't blonde, but you know, remember like in Some Kind of Monster where he had like the blonde hair, or whatever it was.
M&M hair. Yeah.
Exactly. So I was like, I think I told him that I like the Fred Durst look better than the Eminem look or something like that. And I think he laughed or something. I can't remember really. So yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. And you bring up Anesthesia pulling teeth. That's one of the only times. In fact, I think that's the only time I've ever seen the band up on stage, of course, during the Fillmore, cry. And I remember it was during that exact time when Apocalyptica were trying to get their shit together on night one and get plugged in to perform one. Trujillo to pass the time. Hi, Paula.
Hi.
Hi, Paula.
Going down the stairs. Hi.
Hey, everyone. This is Paula.
Shirt. Hi.
Yeah, all the way.
That's a good shirt. Wow.
Merry Christmas. So good to see you and your buddy.
Yeah, good to see you
buddy,
too.
yeah.
We miss you. We miss traveling and everything.
Yeah.
Yes. How you doing? Good. Daisy's good.
Daisy's all good. She's right here by us. Yeah, we just went out on a walk in the dark.
It's dark here now, man. I gotta tell
dark.
you. Yeah, like you get daylight from, I don't know, 9 in the morning till around 3. That's what we get so far, and it doesn't really get too bright either. So and it's gonna get worse for a couple of more days. So
okay, and it's like that for a few months then, huh?
Yeah, like the turning point is at the end of December, so it's, you know, turns back to getting a bit brighter outside, but it takes a while. Then during the summer, we don't really get dark anymore. We get daylight pretty much 24/7.
Paula, my first impression of you was, of course, when you were playing for When the Bell Tolls during at that one club, whether it's Chemo's or Slim's or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Chemo's. Yeah, that's right.
I think
that was a fun night.
You looked like you were like 15 or 16, or I don't know how young.
I mean,
you were.
I was 18 and I wasn't allowed in actually, but they let me in, so I guess I looked older.
Yeah, and you just got up there in your white long sleeve. I just remember playing From the Bell Tolls. I thought that was the coolest thing. But
yeah, it was so much fun.
All right.
I remember my friend. I don't know if you remember Sanna, who was with me, who I was traveling with. Because we were not together then. We actually met there in the line for the Fillmore shows. But me and Sanna went there, and she was older than me, but she was not let into that place. She got denied. So she had to walk back to the hotel, and I was in there playing, and then I got back to her.
Yeah. Oh God, so much fun. We were just talking about Fillmore. Today is December the 5th. It's been what was it? Yeah, 9 years to the day that best week of my life. Yeah.
Yeah, mine too. It's incredible.
Erik tells me you're quite a chef. I know there's no IHOP in Swedish, but you guys make do with your 3-course meals. I think that's so cute.
I'm not a chef. I'm not a chef
she
at
is,
all.
Though.
No,
she is, though.
No. If I have a recipe, I can read and follow it. That's pretty much it. But
that's all you need, though.
Yeah,
that's all you need.
Right.
I'm going to go downstairs and see if I can find the pictures of Erik's meet and greet that you were talking about.
Yeah, they're somewhere in there.
I think they're downstairs. I thought they were up here, but no. I got to go check.
Paula is a Metallica celebrity, and thanks, Paula.
Bye. So good to see you.
Yeah, so like it's a mess down there. So what were we talking about again?
Trujillo, he got on one knee, he started playing Anesthesia Pulling Teeth. He debuted that shit right there in front of us. I remember Kirk was just kind of arms on his waist. He kind of did one of those where he's wiping a tear away, and James was still as shit back at the amps, and it was just an impromptu moment.
Yeah.
So cool. Was there a moment that you've cried at a Metallica show?
Like, I don't really cry too much. Like I'm not sure how do you say that in English. Like you get the lump, whatever, you get the feeling, like you feel it in your heart, and you feel like
the lump
that kind of thing. So, or I might have get
choked up.
Yeah, choked up. That's it. So when I saw, I think it was Jason Newsted with the band at the Fillmore. That's one of those moments where like I was like shit, because even though like I would pay a lot to see the band play with Cliff Burton back in the days, I got to see Jason, and Jason was like, he was the bass player for Metallica when I got into Metallica. So he was sort of like the real thing, even though I adore, like I love Rob. He's a super talented guy. But for me, like Jason somewhere in the back of my head is like my bass player for Metallica, because that's how I got to know him. So when I saw him with the band once more, I was like, oh shit, man. It was just such a cool thing. So that's like one of those things at the Fillmore. There's so much things going on happening. Like I can't remember half of it, because it's like with the queuing up and being cold out there in the line, and sleeping there and going in, and shit like starts to happen, and you go like, oh shit, that happened, shit, this is happening, and you go like, I can't even take it all in, you know what I mean? It was such a crazy couple of days. As you said, like your favorite Metallica shows at the Fillmore, I'll say that as well, because like those 4 shows are, like, it's not going to be as good,
I had beers with Justin Crew and Zach and some of those guys, and they still talk about it. The band too, how cool it was, and they've actually pulled it off. Yeah.
Done something?
Här är 2010. Här är en.
Well, I got a film stuff list as well, apparently.
Lite coins.
Or this is mine. This might be Paula's.
No, I have no idea. Oh, that is
from night 1. No. Sorry, night 4. December 9th. That's the 4th show, right?
December 9th was night 3.
3, right, there you go. Right, so they played 5, 7,
9, and 10.
Right. So okay. So right, because they had, so we had one day off after the first couple of shows, and then the 3rd and the 4th were
consecutive.
Right, back out, and then being like, oh yeah, cool, man. I mean, like, fuck me. Look at these songs, man.
Yeah. Merciful Fate, dude. I remember King Diamond coming out and Lars talking about that, and yeah, there you go. Hell and Back debut. Yeah. Yep. Jason with Fuel and Fight Fire Fire, Last Caress. Rob Halford coming out for Rapid Fire of Judas Priest. Just amazing, man. Merciful Fate was a big highlight for me, seeing King Diamond. He had just had his triple bypass surgery in his heart, and that was his first performance coming up on stage. And Lars and R.I.P. Timmy Hansen, who passed away, I think, within the past 2 years. But Lars is, talking about, he got on the mic, and it was just such a celebration of all the people that have influenced Metallica, and them coming out. That was an out-of-body experience, and I remember singing every word. I had to look up the left and right of that rail, and I was just going wild for Merciful Fate. And you talk about the slogan, "That's right, King Diamond." If you hear the song in the replay, when he said "That's right," he looked right at me, and that's him just talking to me. That's Merciful Fate, man. It's just so cool. And when I cried after my papa passed, the first time I got Nothing Else Matters. I felt like I had this moment where I was actually communicating with him. And then only other time I've cried, which came out of nowhere, was Halo on Fire, Toronto, 2017, chorus. I fear to turn out the light, for the darkness won't go away. Fast desire, turn on the light. And I just remember being, in between, just like crying, and getting that song at S&M², within the orchestral version. was so special. Of course, I got this. I won the Super Deluxe box set S&M², including with that was the actual music sheets that they used. And this is Halo on Fire right here. This is the double bass.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, honestly, man. With that
Thanks,
story
brother.
behind it, yeah.
It's like an 11 by 14 size. Outro double bass violin 2, SF Symphony Halo on Fire, signed by the band. Of course, this is 2020, and
Yeah.
you know, Ashland's giving me full reign to actually put this in our family room when we actually get a house next year, and
Very cool, man.
really cool.
Yeah.
You got the same one, huh?
Yeah, but it's still not open. It's still sealed.
You got to open that, man.
Yeah, I might as well do that now, because the reason why I don't open stuff is because it's like the collector vein in me. You know what I mean? Like, if you buy something and you keep it sealed in mint condition, like, it's gonna be worth something more in a few years. And if you keep like that, or if you want to trade something, if you have it in mint condition, you want to trade for something else, it's gonna be worth a lot more. But obviously, this is like super special. Me being there, or us being there, obviously, and like, I have to open this. Like, I mean, I had this for a couple of weeks. When did you get? You got your early as well. Yeah, you were lucky.
Yes, I did. I did. Good memory. Man, what was that? August or July or some shit.
Yeah. Not sure if I can move back or something. Yeah. One of them games. So.
I found the pictures from his first meet and greet here.
Oh, cool.
All right, so let's show those first then.
Sure.
Who farted?
So for my second meet and greet, I brought the picture from my first meet and greet to get them signed. So let's start with look at this, man. It's like, this is really back. See me there?
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, it's crazy. Man. It's
That's
crazy.
2003, all right.
Yeah. And then we got Kirk there. Look at that dark hair. Look at Kirk. He's young back then, right?
Yeah. So are
no
you,
gray,
baby
no
Erik.
gray hair at all.
Yep.
And then we have me and Lars.
You and Fred Durst. Yep.
Me and Fred Durst. Yeah, exactly. He looks like a bit like him, right? He does. And then the best one. And do you see what it says?
Yeah. See, I was wondering. Paula said, "Who farted?" I'm like, "Is Erik blowing ass out there or what?"
Yeah.
Could have been like that as well.
This was taken with one of those what do you call them, like the disposable cameras, like a really crappy one. I didn't have a digital
mechanical
back then.
camera, disposable. Yeah.
I didn't have one of those back, like the digital back then. So I just bought, and I was like, I remember when I went to the store to get the pictures. I was like, I hope these pictures aren't fucked up, because you never know, right?
Yeah.
Because I had the camera in the bag, and you never know what's happening with it. So
yeah, dude.
But then when I got these, I was shaking, because I was like, oh, it actually happened. So that's pretty
perfect. Cool. And what's the who farted? What is the story behind that?
No, I mean, like, yeah, James laughed at it, and like, if you look at his facial expression,
yeah,
it looks like
he's squeezing one out.
Like, what?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So it's like it's farted.
Oh, okay.
It's farted. So that's that's a pretty cool one. That's pretty cool.
That is amazing. Beautiful. Paula, thanks for getting that. And it looks like you're a Friends fan, huh? Ashlyn, my girlfriend, she's a big Friends fan.
Oh, yeah, I am. Yeah, this is an old shirt. I love it.
Yeah, cool.
She got a knife or something. Let's try this. So, how you been, by the way, brother?
My brother, my sister. Dude, life is good, man. Life is good. I'm in real estate, selling homes. A little break in the action this morning.
Yeah, I saw the picture today, wherever it was, that you had a sale. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I closed with a young couple, Katie and Tim. It was their first home. So I deal a lot with a lot of first-time home buyers, and I've never been busy, man. I mean, in this crazy-ass year with COVID, people are still buying homes, and the interest rates here in America are just, 2.5%. And at that, you get that fixed in for 30 years, man. You're ready to rock. And
Right.
Actually, 2.5% over here is high. It's
really,
we're actually lower than you guys. Yeah, it's crazy.
Are you wearing it? Are you having snus?
you're so observant, Paula.
Yeah, I could see you doing the
I'm hanging in there. I mean, I went to 7-Eleven.
Oh no,
and I got
it went
this
right in. I just saw you with that typical look of a Swedish guy here. Everyone has snus.
I only have this.
This is the first time I'm looking at this, so it's pretty cool. I haven't seen this before.
Okay.
Obviously the cover is cool, but I saw that. Oh, let's see. You
got your music sheet there, huh?
Yeah, this is like the first thing you see.
Dude.
Pretty fucking awesome. You got the DVD, obviously, or the Blu-ray, and the CD. It's pretty cool. Let's see what song I got. Oh, you get the pics as well. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
These are worth quite a lot, actually. So that's
really cool pics, bro.
So let's see. What does
a little unboxing with ERIK LYSÉN.
Oh, wherever it said.
Oh, no way!
That's pretty cool.
You got wherever I may roam?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know me, man. I got one tattoo. I asked no one.
There you go.
Fuck yeah, dude. What part of the song is that? On the top left, it should have a moment or something.
It's I don't know. Like I'll show you. We'll see if we can figure it out. It has a bunch of what do you call it? Scribbles, like some things on it, which is pretty cool.
We got Rome, man. Oh, that's so cool.
So it only says shallows.
Shallows, okay.
And then it has like you call it scribbles, whatever you call it. Like someone wrote something there.
Slower. Oh, okay. Oh, dude.
I'm not sure what that is.
Slower, mysterioso, faster. Oh man, you got a bunch of notes there. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Congratulations.
Cheers, man. It's pretty cool. Gotta say. Well, obviously, I need to frame this because it says Richard Kern, and one of those things. So, so it says shallows. So it has to be someone who plays the shallows, right?
Yes.
I wonder what part it is. Like, I play guitar a bit, but I mean, I can't read music. So, I would like to have someone look at this and tell me, like, what does this sound like, so I know what part of the song it might be.
Yeah. Well, it's a slower, faster moment. That is so awesome, man.
And then some like the guy, the dude who actually played this, did some that part there where he probably didn't. He had some notes for himself probably because he like this is how you're supposed to play, but then he did something else there. So
yeah,
pretty cool. I mean, like that's pretty cool that someone actually wrote on it, so it's authentic. So
yeah, for my viewers here, I got ERIK LYSÉN checking in from not Stockholm but Gävle, Sweden.
Gävle.
Professional ass kicker, IT consultant with Fujitsu, Sweden, and just all around awesome guy. And cheers, man.
Mm.
I could go for another hour with you, man. Really, I just I wanted to share with you something real quick. In closing, but brother, me and Ashton, we're doing great. Life is good. Ryan is in Greece. Leonard is in Napa. Younger brother. Hannah is here in town, and just staying positive, staying safe. And
I need to come and visit you guys once the pandemic is over or something. It's been like on my list to do quite some time. It's just haven't gotten there yet, but I'll get to that point, bullet on the list sooner or later. So
whether me and Ryan find you, or next time Ryan's in town and you and Paula come in, and we'll take good care of you, man. We'll we are pretty much the unofficial Anthony Bourdains of Buffalo, New York. We know all the sweet spots. And
awesome.
R.I.P. Anthony Bourdain. Does the name Seth Fromberg ring a bell?
Yeah, he's like the coolest guy who's like ever worked for Metallica. It feels like he's like so genuine and friendly and down to earth, and that guy is like he's the fucking guy, man. I gotta tell you, like he's working he's like the main security guy for Metallica now. He's been working with Slipknot. I saw him. Actually, I went to one show this year, I think, and that was Slipknot in Stockholm before the whole thing, like the whole pandemic kind of thing. So he was working for them there, and he's been with Linkin Park as well.
Yes,
so, yeah.
yes, he has.
Yeah.
He says hello. He says hello to you and Paula. I was actually on the phone with him on speaker in his new home, in his kitchen with his wife a few nights ago for like an hour. And
That's
you talk
awesome.
about genuine guys. I am following this episode with you up next week with Seth Fromberg.
That's one episode I'm not gonna miss, to be honest, man. I would tell people who's looking at this episode to just stop looking and just save your energy for the next one, because he's amazing. Like, yeah, he's amazing. Just
nice guy. He is interesting. I got connected to him through the tour manager of Gojira, my buddy Taylor Bingley. He's a Buffalo Bills fan, and Seth, met him at Buffalo 2018. He was with Ryan and my cousin Chris, and I've seen him over the years. And I remember the interaction he had with you. I want to say it was Boise, Idaho, or Grand Rapids, where you guys got talking about weightlifting, and he said, you got talking about nutrition, and if you overeat, where else does it go? It goes, right here, here. And I had about a pound of cheese on top of my pasta last night, spaghetti parm. That's one of the food items that we're going to go to. We're going to go to Chef's Restaurant. We're going to get some spaghetti parm, and your life's going to be changed. We only have that 2 times a year. So that was last night. I was out there running, trying to burn off and look good for you, dude.
Yeah.
So Seth Fromberg, joining me, security director of the past 10 years of Metallica. You named it Linkin Park. Slipknot past 5 years. So he's joining.
Yeah.
And
you gotta ask him how's his dog family's doing. He got a bunch of those. I think you call them pugs or something. Like he's got
4 French bulldogs.
Yeah, I think he used to have like 1 or 2 or something, but now he has 4, which is pretty cool. Like, it's cool, man. I love dogs. Like love dogs. So I think that's cool. I see his stuff on on Facebook, and I'm friends with him there, and I'm following him on Instagram and stuff like that. So I get he's pretty active on social media, so it's kind of fun to see from his daily life. It's either from the barbecue during the summers, or the dogs, or workout, more or less. Not as much from the road. Like, a few pictures here and there, he'll post and stuff like that. But I feel like most of the things is him expressing his love for his wife, or the dogs, and barbecues and things. So he's super cool, man. I can't even explain. It's been amazing.
I had to ask I've advertised the fact with my very close friends and Metallica friends that I got Seth Fromberg is kind enough to do this, and it's just gonna be the first time he's doing it. He's giving me a chance here, dude, and he's been asked to do this before, and God bless him, he said yes, and he, we got some pretty funny shit we're gonna be talking about, some interesting stuff too. But
I remember him telling me that on a rail where before each show he do this kind of thing where he talks with the security guys about how everything's gonna work when they're working the rail, where it can get crazy sometimes. But he talks a lot about respect, and that the people behind the rail can be their brother, their their cousin, their neighbor, whatever. So you have to treat them with respect and make sure they're safe, right? And that's the message that he want to tell the people that's working for him. And if something goes south, they'll back them up. They'll be there and help them out and all that kind of stuff. So he's he's super cool, man. I gotta tell you.
Best in the business. A lot of respect for him. And he refers to me as brother. We're all family, like Metallica refers to us as family. But man, cheers. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay hungry, stay heavy. And let's do this again soon, maybe off camera. We could just catch up and pop back some drinks,
Yeah, it's too bad it's in the morning for you, and I'm the party starts now. Not really, but
Yeah. Well, I got some work to do. I got some showings, and then you know, we'll.
But you know, I remember one time in Los Angeles where you were supposed to go to work, but probably at that restaurant, like the Wolfgang Puck, was that the place?
That's it. Talked about that just last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw some of that. Yeah, like
Cool.
celebrities who walked in and stuff like that. And I mean, we had a few beers before that. I gotta tell you, like when I was supposed to drive back, me and Paul was supposed to drive back. I was like, dude, I can't drive now. I need to walk this off for me.
Yeah,
you went straight to work. Man, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, dude, California IPAs will do that, and I'll tell you, bro. I wasn't gonna bring that up. You brought it up, and
yeah.
I'll run with it, man. You know, we were. Let's see. That was San Francisco, February 2016. We saw Night Before
Right.
show. And you came down to LA. You hung out with Andrew Dallas, who's now living in Oregon with Trisha.
Right.
And yeah, you had some time, dude. You came over to my place, had a couple of beers. You know, we did a little bit of this, and we exchanged some pretty funny things on the road driving into Venice Beach. And we went to Venice Ale House.
I can't remember the name. Like the place was pretty cool. Great burgers, great beer. I can't remember what beer we had, but it was good. It was real good. I remember
you told me to tell the server, you know, what beers you're gonna have, and I'm glad that I made the right decision. That's great. And we love guacamole too. And I remember you and Paula in particular wanted like guacamole, and that guac was so killer with the big thick tortilla chips. Just right there on the beach, and I was just getting started, and then here comes, oh shit, I gotta go. So I had dinner service to prepare for Wolfgang Puck, but dude, you're my best friend in this whole Metallica world, man. And
cheers, man.
This is an hour. We're over an hour 15, whatever it is, and whoever has seen this episode could obviously tell how much of a good guy you and Paula are. And it's every time me and Ryan have a chance to share the rail with you, or a few hours in line, or more than a few hours in line, it's always a really special moment for us, man. And seeing the way the bands look at you during live sets and their, your exchanges too, it's palpable, and it's awesome. And going out to dinner with you before S&M² was something really special, and can't wait for the next one, hopefully in 2021, right?
Yeah, cheers to that. 2021, I guess. Hopefully.
Yeah. Cheers, man. Love you, and keep rocking, dude. You stay safe.
Yeah, I love you guys too. Honestly, like I miss you guys. I haven't seen Ryan in quite some time as well, so I miss him too. I, keep in touch with him now and again, but I like to see him in person. It's been a while, so I mean, like obviously, I share what you just said. Like, we have a great time going to shows, like just being online, talking about shit, and it's great. It's great to have you there, man. I got to tell you, like, it makes things easier, like being online and all that kind of stuff. It's makes life easier, I got to say.
This makes it easier too.
Yeah, obviously.
Whether it's the pre-parties, the in-line, or the post-parties, always a joy. Yeah. And Merry Christmas to you and Paula and your family, all right? And Daisy. Yeah.
Right back at you, man. Merry Christmas. Give Ashley my best as well.
I will. Thanks, Eric.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
All right.